Well, the NFL deadline is fast approaching for players who want to declare that they want to go into the NFL draft. Texas has a lot of guys who are on the fence. A lot of guys have already made some decisions, and there's several more that are really worth watching as the offseason gets underway. Let's talk about it next. Hey, everybody. Brian Davis covering the Longhorns for A to Z Sports. There's no rest for Steve Sarkisian and the Longhorns. They've got to really get cranked up on building the roster for the 2025 season. And the first thing is they have to find out who's going to stay, who's going to go pro, and who's going to transfer. Remember, you only get 5 days after the completion of your season to declare if you want to go in the transfer portal. So I would assume at the time of this recording, if guys aren't in the portal yet, they may not be going into the portal, right? Because you need to get on it and make it quick. But let's talk about the guys who have already quickly made their decisions about the NFL. Let's start with Quinn Ewers, the quarterback. No one expected him to, at least no one outside the building, I should say, expected him to come back in 2025. He told ESPN's Pete Thamel that he doesn't see himself playing college football in 2025. He's gone. Kelvin Banks, projected top 5 pick at left tackle. He's already announced he's going to the pros. Running back Jaden Blue. This one surprised me a little bit. I thought that he might want to stay and survey some of his NIL possibilities out there. He's announced he's going to go pro and see what is out there for him. Jaden Blue really improved his draft stock in the CFP with some of those, with the 2 long touchdown runs against Clemson and the catches against Ohio State. Jaden Blue really bumped his stock. Matthew Golden, the catches alone against Arizona State. Those are going to be 2 big reasons why NFL scouts are going to love him. Just good speed, good hands, makes money catches at big times, right? Now there's 3 guys I want to focus on who probably are going to declare for the NFL draft. We just haven't heard yet. Number 1 is Isaiah Bond. Remember, the Alabama transfer had injuries most of the back half of the year. Really didn't live up to the hype as what a lot of people thought. I expect him to go pro. Cam Williams, here's the big right tackle, right? His body alone is going to get a lot of looks from NFL scouts. I think if Williams leaves, which I expect him to, Williams and Banks, and then you take out Jake Majors at the center, now you're rebuilding the whole line, and I'll explain that more here in the next section here. Now, let's talk about the guys who have really hard decisions to make. Let's start with DJ Campbell, a starter on the offensive line. Could he go pro? Maybe. But is he better served by staying in school one more year? Yeah, I think he is. I would think DJ Campbell stays around, gets paid by the Texas NIL collective, and you see him return. Hopefully for his sake, I think he returns. Trey Moore, the defensive end who transferred from UTSA. I think he would be better served by staying another year in college, but he's most likely potentially going to look hard at going pro. I think he should stay another year. Michael Taft, I think he's a lean to return. I was told that if Michael Taft had a big game against Ohio State on that kind of stage, he would probably think hard about going pro. That didn't happen. I expect Michael Taft to return to the Longhorns. And Bert Auburn, the kicker who really struggled from 40 yards and out this year, got benched against Ohio State. Sark went with Will Stone in that game. Didn't turn out to be a big deal because there wasn't any big field goals called, but Will Stone handled all the extra points. Bert Auburn, I would expect he stays in school, but will he stay with Texas? Don't really know. That's going to be tough. A lot of players here. A lot of players have to make these decisions quick. It's really kind of crazy and unfortunate the way the NFL calendar is, but it is what it is. And I don't see the NFL altering their schedule just because college football says we want to go further into January. They really should. I really should. I really feel like that if you played in the CFP, you shouldn't have to turn around and make this decision by the 15th. I mean, odds are you've been thinking about it already, but you still would like to see a little more time, a little more space, so you're not kind of pressed up against the gun like a lot of these players are who just made it to the CFP semifinals. Oh, well. Remember, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe so you can follow along all off-season long. We're going to have great coverage throughout. Everything about the transfer portal, who goes to the league, who doesn't, what happens on signing day coming up in February. A lot of that's done, but still, you never know what can happen. A to zsports.com/Longhorns. It's all there for you, and it's all free. If it's free, it's for me. It's for you, too. That's all we got right now. I'm Brian. We'll catch you next time.